welcome back to the Terry's TV. We're back with another video, another review. Huddersfield stay unbeaten at home since August, but we do find ourselves with a 0-0 draw against Birmingham City. Very frustrating game, actually. Probably the most frustrating game this season for me. A game we probably should have won with the chances we had in the second half. But we'll speak about all that later. Please like, subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss a video. And yeah, we'll get straight into the video. Obviously, we drew 0-0. Wasn't the best of games from town. We haven't really had a really good game for a few weeks now, even though we won last week. So, what were your thoughts on the game, Bobby?
Yeah, as you say, just stupidly frustrating. We had a brilliant start. I think it might have been Ward who were through. Unfortunately, that were offside. And then towards the end of the game, where Campbell hit the post twice, it was just one of them games where no matter what we did, we just wasn't going to go in any even net. But yeah, definitely one of the most frustrating games this season, because that them 3 points could have been pretty important, especially now we're going into Bournemouth on the weekend, and not really anybody's expecting to get any points there. So yeah, we've definitely missed out on 2 points.
Yeah, I think obviously it was a very important game as well because Stoke lost, Coventry lost, Reading. I thought they were going to draw, and that was really good, but then they ended up losing. I checked 2-2, and then about 2 minutes later they've lost it. So that's 3 teams around us have lost, and Blackburn. No, did Blackburn win? Oh no, QPR beat Blackburn 1-0. So like 4 teams there around us where we could have took 3 points and put ourselves clear of a few of them going into Saturday. The performance, you could say we deserved to win, but at the same time we just didn't have that luck to win the game. Obviously, first half, I probably said Birmingham played a bit better first half. They didn't create any like clear-cut chances, but we didn't really create anything ourselves first half. I think second half, obviously, we came out, we started playing a bit better, trying to get some shots off. But one of the big problems for me was like we just couldn't get through them. Like obviously the big chances that we had didn't come from, obviously apart from the Campbell first shot, we didn't really get in their box at all and have a proper shot. So obviously the chances we did have, like Campbell right at the end of the game was a long shot. Could you see that though? That we're struggling to break Birmingham down.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we've got to give Birmingham credit because they did stay pretty solid in the back. They stayed really deep, and I think it was interesting. I was listening to Radio Leeds last night, and it was especially towards the last 10 minutes. It was hard to know if we were going for the point or we were going for the 3 points, because it was the way we were playing, and you just couldn't work it out. But like O'Brien said, Hull was a lot tougher than that game. Even though like they had to work harder, but nothing were going for us. And I think so we were going to mention the referee at some point. So I think now is a good time. He was the star of the show, and I think that was the problem. He really affected that game.
Yeah, exactly.
He slowed it down.
But it's one of them games. When we play Birmingham, we just never win. I can't remember the last time.
Yeah, no, Birmingham's one of them teams. It's a bogey team for us.
Yeah, they're not just a bogey team, but every manager they've ever had always sets up defensively. When was the last time we saw an attacking Birmingham team? Because honestly, all they do is sit back and try and catch on the counter. And to be fair, at times they did catch on the counter. I think we were good to sometimes get back. I think they lacked a bit of pace when going forward. I think any team that had set up like that yesterday with a bit of pace, would have easily caught us out, because there were a few times from corners, free kicks, where we just get the ball away, they'd run at us, and we were pretty lucky, to be fair, to not come away. We were kind of lucky it was Birmingham, we hadn't scored in like 6 games.
I keep hearing the positive that we've come out of that game is we played bad and we still came out with a point. And I think, to be honest, that's the only positive we can look at. You can say we were unlucky with, for example, the referee and hitting the post twice, but it was just one of them games.
Yeah. We'll move on to the player ratings now then. We'll start off with you, Bobby, because they are the first one up. So you've got with Nichols 7, Sorba
Yeah.
5, Toff 7, Pearson 8, Lees 8, Hogg 6.5, O'Brien 7.5, Holmes 8.5, Cole 6, Signani 6. Subs, Campbell 8, Turton and Josh 7.
Yeah.
Explain them.
Yeah. Well, we'll quickly work through. Yeah, Nichols, not much you can. I mean, he's gone 3 games and 3 games without scoring, without conceding even. So you've got to give him credit for that. There wasn't really much for him to do, so I couldn't give him a low rating. But towards the end of the game, we were a bit slow. I couldn't understand what he was doing. We had a goal kick and he was taking longer than he should have done to take it. But so with Thomas 5, that was a really poor game. He wasn't on form. I can't. The crosses he were putting in, he were on the ball a lot, but the problem he weren't really doing too much with it. Not what he normally does anyway. I think if he was on form, he would have been. Well, I think we would have scored from that game if we got the right crosses in, and he skilled some off. Tough. I give him a 7. He were really involved on the left side, but the problem is, attacking wise, he wasn't amazing. I think he had one good chance from a header from a set piece, where I'm pretty sure the whole round thought it went in, but it just went past the post. And then the chances we need to put away. But as a whole, it was another average performance from Toff. So 7, Pearson 8. I can't. There's not much to say. It was some good passing, some dodgy passing around the back. I think 8's a bit high actually. Now I think about it, I think it was some dodgy passing around the back. We were having little hints of what we used to do last season and creating our own problems. I think that's why a lot of the Birmingham attacks came from us, because we gave the ball away way too easy so many times and we didn't learn from it. So I think if I was to change, but I think I'd change Pearson to a 6 actually. I don't know why I give him an 8. Lees would be a 6 as well. I don't know what I was thinking about 10 minutes ago. But I'd give Lees a 6 as well. Same with him really. Just weird, silly passes. Oggy 6.5, which I think is a fair rating. He didn't do anything amazing, but he didn't do anything really stupid. It was just a Oggy performance, I think. O'Brien 7.5. It's impressed with O'Brien actually. I liked he got involved a lot in the game. So did Holmes actually, who I've given an 8.5, the most out of everybody. That's the best. I think that's the best I've seen Holmes play since he's joined us. I think that's a fair point. He was just everywhere. I mean, he got the ball, and even when he lost it, he tried to fight back for it. And I think, he really showed what he was about that game. And I think a lot of Town fans were impressed with him. It really stood out. Colwell 6, and I've given the whole defence a 6. Well, centre half a 6. Colwell annoyed me that game. He were too slow. I think. Anybody who obviously watched the game, I think would most likely agree. So Daniel Sinani given a 6. Just move on. Fraser Campbell I've given an 8. Who came off from the bench, and obviously we know he hit the post twice, so that turned out to be really unlucky. Turton, I can't really give him a rating, to be fair. He was on the pitch for 10 minutes and he touched the ball a couple of times, so you can't give a player a rating for that. But unfortunately, I'm not too much of a fan of Turton, and Coburn has a weird thing with bringing him on in the last 10 minutes for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Karoma, who came on, made a little bit of an impact, but not too much. So I give it a 7. I've bored everybody to death, so you can move on.
We'll move on. Nichols I'd give a 6, Lee 7.5, Pearson 6.5, Colwell 7, Thomas 6.5, Hogg 5.5, O'Brien 7, Toffolo 6,
Ward.
Signano
Got Ward.
5.5. Like what? You forget Ward out?
I just realised, yeah, but I'd give
Yeah.
Ward the same rating actually.
Yeah, and then Holmes an 8. I'll start with Nichols. I'll give him a 6. Obviously, I thought his actual his actual game, like his shot stopping and all that was really good. It's another clean sheet for him. He hadn't really had a bad game for us yet. But I thought I don't know what all that like goal kick messing about was. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know whether he was just a bit like obviously something going on the pitch like between the players that they didn't want to take it quickly. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to win the game. Maybe they wanted to just take the draw. Maybe a bit wary going forward. But Leeds, I'll give a 7.5. I thought he had a good game. Obviously, the passing at the back from all of them wasn't the best, but I think his actual defending, the whole defense defensively just did what they needed to do. It wasn't it wasn't a big, game where they had to do a lot of defending, but they did well. Pearson, same again, really 6.5. He had a good game again. He didn't really have a bad game. He never has a game where he's making loads of mistakes to lead to goals. He did do a few dodgy passes, but luckily it didn't lead to anything too serious. Colwell 7. I thought it's a bit generous giving him a 7, but I thought there were times where he'd run out from the back and then just kind of stop and pass backwards.
Yeah,
and, normally,
that happened a lot last night.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. There were little things like that frustrated.
Yeah,
frustrated everybody.
For a player like him, it's in a game like this. A player who's able to run out from the back and just open up play a bit more and kind of single a few players out of the game on the opposition side is really good. But he just kind of didn't want to put the ball forward. He kind of wanted to just sideways and back and stuff like that. Thomas a 6.5. I don't think he's playing really well at the moment. I genuinely think he needs a rest. I think Karoma. I genuinely don't think we should start Sauber on Saturday. I think he's tired. And
replace him with Karoma.
I think Karoma does deserve to get a start. He hasn't had one in a while, so I think he's right as well because it's a big game against Bournemouth.
I think a lot of players need resting against Bournemouth because, to be honest, we're not, even with our strongest team out, we're not. I think we're just going to have to be realistic that we're not going to get any points at Bournemouth. I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, very rarely you've seen teams this season go to Bournemouth and impress. The chances of us doing it.
But yeah, Thomas definitely needs a rest on Saturday. Hogg 5.5. I just can't be arsed with Hogg, honestly. It's one of them games where all you need to do is pass forward, and he's just done anything but pass forward. So slow. He don't want to pass forwards, and I don't know what game it was where I think it was Reading where he actually had a really good game. He was passing forward. But ever since then, I don't think he's had a good game. And obviously, Vallejo's injured, but he's lucky Vallejo's injured because I genuinely think fans and Corbrand would start Vallejo over, always passing forward. He's good at holding the ball up.
I think that's a strong call.
Yeah.
Strong call. I think that's a strong call. I don't think we'd start Vallejo over Hogg. I don't think even if Vallejo is better, which a few weeks ago, especially in that Everton game, he really, really proved himself to be better. But I think Corbrand's picking Hogg because he's got the experience of being a captain, and he's just got a genuine experience anyway in the Championship. I mean, and obviously being in the Premier League with Town, I think Vallejo hasn't got that, and I think that's the big factor why we have Hogg over Vallejo.
I think obviously for again, it depends on the game really, because I think in games like Birmingham where you're looking to pass forward, you're looking to open up teams, I would start Vallejo. If you're playing on Saturday, probably picking Hogg is probably better because we're playing Bournemouth, but obviously overall, I just if Vallejo's one injury prone and improved his game a bit, he'd definitely be better than Hogg, maybe already in certain games. O'Brien, I give him a 7. He had a good game. I think he was probably the best in the midfield. Probably one of the best out of defensive midfield. He was very solid. He wasn't trying to win the duels. I don't think we did that well at winning the ball. In the midfield battle, we were okay. He was obviously really good at the midfield, but we didn't do up too special. Toffolo 6. I don't know what's wrong with Toffolo because last season really good. This season just average.
He had his games.
Yeah, I think maybe one of the differences is maybe we've just got a better team, so maybe he doesn't have to do as much. And obviously now he's playing with better players in front of him. Maybe he just don't need to do as much, offensively. But who knows? Obviously, last season he was the standout player. This season we've got a better team, so maybe it's due to that, or maybe he's just not feeling it at the moment. Signani 5.5. I just feel like this guy is so unlucky sometimes because he really does have that potential in games to really do well and play some good girls, but then he just never does it. But he also lacks a bit of pace. I think playing him out wide, he just can't beat his man. He beats his man, but they'll always catch him up. That's something that a difference between Sorba and Signani on the wings. I think Signani lacks that bit of acceleration, so I think that's really a problem.
Sinani needs to get more involved in the games because for things like set pieces and stuff, he's brilliant for them. But apart from that, you never really, especially during attacking play, you hardly. I mean, he has the odd shot from outside the box. He had one obviously against Birmingham, and it was brilliant save by the keeper. Birmingham's keeper who had a top class game in fairness, but yeah, it's little moments like that. If you can get him more involved in the game, he can be unbelievable.
Yeah. Ward, give him a 5.5. He didn't have a lot to do. Maybe it's not down to him. Maybe the attacking overall wasn't too good, and the service wasn't too good. But I think, especially in the air, that's one of them sort of games where Ward, if you put some balls in the box against Birmingham, you're never going to get anywhere. Like they won every header, and that's the only thing Ward is good at. Getting a good ball into the box and scoring it. And he just didn't really do it. He had like one chance where Sorba put the ball into him, and he just didn't get his foot far enough out. And that, if he'd have got there before, a bit quicker, it would have been 1-0. So I can't really give him anything more because he didn't really get involved in the game. A bit like Sinyan, didn't really get involved and didn't have anything to do really. Holmes, I've given an 8. Obviously, he is my man of the match, your man of the match, and he is the fans' man of the match as well, which we'll get on to soon. He had a good game, best game I've seen him play. I wouldn't put him any higher. If he'd have got a goal, that would have helped. I think his dribbling was amazing. I don't think I've seen anyone, even Sorby. He's a bit more agile than Sorby. He has that little, he can run around in short spaces in the middle. Whereas Sorby likes to do it a bit out wide. Whereas Dwayne Holmes, he can do it in the middle of the park, and that's really good from him. But he does still lack a bit of finishing touch, but it can be worked on. Definitely a starter for Bournemouth. I think he's now back in the first team. He's really worked on that. Obviously, his goal on Saturday helped with him getting back in the first team. So obviously he's took Corona's place obviously in the squad over recent weeks, but obviously I think Josh will be back in on Saturday. Well, I don't think he will. I think he'll still start Sorba, but obviously we'll move on now to the fans man of the match, which was Holmes. He got quite a lot of votes, to be fair, on the Instagram. 10 or 11 went to Holmes. A few went for Lees as well. Lees was followed by that as well. He had a few votes. Obviously played decent as well. And yeah, guys, I think we'll wrap it up there. A good 20 minutes nearly there. So thanks, guys, for watching. Please like, subscribe. Tomorrow will be the Bournemouth preview, which will be coming out like 6 or 7 o'clock. I don't know when the preview will be. I'll probably be a bit late because I'm actually off to Bournemouth. I don't know why. We're probably going to get smashed, but who cares? I need to get it ticked off the list. I need to get it ticked off the list of away grounds.
Yeah, I do actually, but I'm not. It's annoying actually. I'm not going to be able. They'll get promoted.
Yeah. So
that's
obviously
Bournemouth gone for a while.
As well. But obviously, so the preview might be a bit late. It might be a Monday preview or something like that. But we'll see what happens. So please like, subscribe, turn notifications on. Get us to we're like 103 subscribers now. We need to start boosting up again. We need to start getting a few more subs. So if you can do that, that'd be very appreciated. And we'll see you guys in the next.